do you guys know who the presidents are who've been in the military? What all presidents have been in the military? Let's put 7 meaningless minutes on the clock, because I'm going to just totally ignore that timer today. And let's talk about the presidents who've served in the military. So 29 of our 45 presidents of the United States have served in the military. JFK right here, Navy veteran, who has a great quote that you can find all over the place on Navy ships and buildings, which says something along, I'm going to butcher it right now, something along the lines of, if any man ever has to wonder if something that they did in their life had meaning, they don't have to worry about if they were in the Navy. Basically saying if you were in the Navy, it gave your life meaning. So that was a horrible rendition of that quote. So don't quote me on that. Go look it up yourself. But it's something like that. If you guys know that quote, drop it in the comments. Let me know what it is. So let's see. I don't know if this is in any particular order, but let's go top to bottom here. So George W. Bush, the most recent George Bush who was president, he was in the Texas Air National Guard, and he got out as a first lieutenant, which is only an 02. That's like a very junior officer. Like there's not much to say as an 02. So I thought he was a captain, but anyway, he was a first lieutenant in the Texas Air National Guard. I know my Texas fans out there probably know more about that than I do. His father, George H.W. Bush, who was in the Navy, got out as Lieutenant J.G., and then George Bush was stateside. There's some controversy over George Bush's time in the military and his him not going to Vietnam. George H.W. Bush, United States Naval Reserve, Lieutenant J.G., also an 02. So the two Bushes made it to 02 in the military, which is crazy because 03 is a free pass as long as you stay out of trouble. Maybe not in reserves. They were both in the reserves, or National Guard and reserves. And he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross from World War II, which I'm assuming means he deployed during World War II. Ronald Reagan, captain in the United States Army Air Corps. So captain means he was in 03 in the Army, and he was stateside during World War II. I'm not sure what he was. Was he a pilot? Was Ronald Reagan a pilot? Let me know if you know what Ronald Reagan did while he was in the military. But stateside during World War II, so he didn't deploy, it says, but he made it to 03 at least. Jimmy Carter, United States Navy, lieutenant, World War II and Korea. Badass. World War II and Korea. Jimmy Carter served in the United States Navy. Go Navy. I think we're going to see a trend here with presidents in the Navy. The Navy is an awesome branch to be in. A lot of politicians come out of the Navy. Pete Buttigieg, whatever you think about him, he was in the Navy or still is in the Navy Reserves. Navy is awesome. Go Navy. Navy, let's go Navy. Let's get the next president in the United States in the future to be Navy veteran. So moving down, we got Gerald Ford, United States Naval Reserve Lieutenant Commander, served in World War II. I'm going to assume, for purposes of this broadcast, that if it doesn't say stateside, that they deployed in whatever conflict it says. So Gerald Ford was Lieutenant Commander, United States Naval Reserve during World War II. Nice. Richard Nixon, United States Naval Reserve Commander. I didn't know that. Richard Nixon was a commander in the Navy, which is an 05. Okay, Lieutenant Commander is an 04. Commander is an 05. So an 05 in the Navy, it's pretty high rank. You could be a commanding officer of a ship, of a squadron. Not of an aircraft carrier. You have to be a captain to be an aircraft carrier. He was in World War II and was 2 service stars. I don't know what a service star is. Do you guys know what a service star is? Let me know in the comments if you know what a service star is. Lyndon B. Johnson, United States Naval Reserve Commander. Another commander, Lyndon B. Johnson. World War II, Silver Star. Silver Star is a very high award for valor. So he must have done something really big during World War II to earn the Silver Star. So Lyndon B. Johnson, United States Naval Reserve Commander, Silver Star. JFK, United States Navy Lieutenant, World War II, Navy and Marine Corps Medal, and a Purple Heart. And a Purple Heart. Yeah, if you have the JFK quote, drop it in the comments. So JFK, United States Navy Lieutenant, World War II, and he's got that great Navy quote that hopefully Infernal is going to drop in the comments and let us know what it is. I don't know off the top of my head, but the quote is, here it is, "And any man who may be asked in this century what he did to make his life worthwhile, I think I can respond with a good deal of pride and satisfaction. I served in the United States Navy." Yes, thank you for that. So that's awesome. That's the quote from JFK, and that's up. If you've been in the Navy, you've seen that quote up on the bulkheads. As you walk through the P-ways, it's everywhere. So thank you very much for dropping that quote in there. Dwight D Eisenhower. Dwight D Eisenhower, United States Army, general during World War I, supreme Allied commander in Europe during World War II, and he was in World War I and World War II. Dwight D Eisenhower, Army general. So general, that's the highest rank we've seen so far. It doesn't say what type of general he was, but for all the sailors out there who don't know how the general ranks work, there's an acronym for it, BMLG, Be My Little General. So Be My Little General for brigadier, major, lieutenant, and then general. So those are the 4 ranks of general that you can be. And Dwight Eisenhower was a general, an Army general, which is not a number of stars he has on his shoulder, but he was a general. Harry S. Truman, Army Officer, Reserve Corps, Colonel. So Colonel is 06. So 1 rank higher than Commander in the Navy. That would be Captain in the Navy, would be a Colonel. And he served in World War I, and you can tell by the photo. I wonder if this is like the backdrop they used to use for pictures back then with the bridge and the trees. I wonder where this is supposed to be. Curious. Theodore Roosevelt, U.S. Army, Colonel, Spanish-American War, Medal of Honor. Only president to have been awarded the Medal of Honor. And if you're curious what he got the Medal of Honor for, what he was awarded the Medal of Honor what he was awarded the Medal of Honor for, it was during his time commanding the Rough Riders in Cuba, where they were charging up a hill, and he famously just rode his horse back and forth along the hill, taking intense enemy fire, providing a distraction so his team could move up the hill. But not only that, he was the first to encounter the enemy in direct combat at the top of the hill, and they were able to win that battle, and for that he was awarded the Medal of Honor. So good for good old Theodore Roosevelt being the only president to have been awarded the Medal of Honor. William McKinley, U.S. Army, Brevet Major. So I'm going to go with that rank remained major because the conflict was the Civil War. So I'm going to go with major remained major in the Army, which is an 04 throughout time, even post-Civil War. If anybody knows anything different about that, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Benjamin Harrison, American Civil War, Brigadier General, so 1-star general, U.S. Army. These photos are horribly composed. Look at that. Just got his head, way too much head space above his head. Not a good photo. Glad we've gotten better at that. Chester A. Arthur, New York State Militia, Brigadier General, American Civil War. I wonder if back then you just joined the Army as a general, maybe, if you were somebody of prestige. I wonder if you had to work your way up the ranks during the Civil War. Because back then, I think they were just recruiting people anywhere to fight for the North, fight for the South. So I wonder how you became a general in the New York State Militia. James Garfield, United States Army, Major General, 2-star general. Conflict, American Civil War. So it seems like, interestingly, James Garfield and Rutherford B. Hayes, Major General, American Civil War. And then Ulysses S. Grant, United States Army, General of the Army, Mexican-American War and American Civil War. Andrew Johnson, United States Army, Brigadier General, American Civil War. So, interestingly, Abraham Lincoln, Illinois State Militia, Captain, Black Hawk War, and I think we can go ahead and add, he was president during the Civil War. So, interestingly, a lot of presidents, and by the way, as I scroll through this, I think that the order it's in has been starting with most recent down to oldest conflict is, so basically most recent president down to oldest president and what conflict they served during. So, interestingly, I'm noticing a lot of presidents were from the Civil War era. And the reason I say interestingly is because every one of those presidents, well, not everyone, I have to check if all of them served a full 4 years or 8 years, but that's a lot of years. That's 20, 30 years post-Civil War that Civil War veterans were still president. And I'm just thinking back to like how long people lived back then. So I guess I'm surprised to see so many Civil War veterans still around to run for president, one after the other. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. James Buchanan, look at this guy. Pennsylvania State Militia, private. So that's like Seaman Admiral program on steroids. War of 1812. I'm taken aback by the fact that he was a private. You go from private to president. That's motivation for you guys out there. Let that be motivation. Franklin Pierce, United States Army, Brigadier General, Mexican-American War. So another general. Millard Fillmore, New York State Militia, Major from the American Civil War. Well, now I'm not sure anymore about the dates. Zachary Taylor, United States Army, Major General, War of 1812, Black Hawk War, Second Seminole War, Mexican-American War. Not all these wars were the ones to be proud of, I guess. There was a lot of conflict within the United States over territory back then, and so you'll see a lot of these were what's the word? Not national, but like local in the what would become the United States territory wars. James Polk, Tennessee State Militia, Colonel, did not see war service. Well, he should have been alive today. You could basically join the military anytime for the rest of your life and probably see war service. John Tyler, Virginia Militia, Captain, War of 1812. William Henry Harrison, United States Army, Major General, Northwest Indian War in the War of 1812. Andrew Jackson, now here we go. Here we go. Look at the hair. Look at the perfect hair. Look at the uniform. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Andrew Jackson, United States Army, Major General, American Revolutionary War. So now we're down to the Revolutionary War. The War of 1812, Creek War, and the First Seminole War. James Monroe, Continental Army, Major, American Revolutionary War. And George Washington, the OG, Virginia Militia, Continental Army, United States Army, General, French and Indian War, American Revolution. God bless Tennessee. I know we got some Tennessee viewers out there. So, French and Indian War and American Revolutionary War, all the way back to George Washington, who invented the United States.